Hola chicos, no sé si me oís. A ver un segundo. ¿Hola? Sí, parece que sí. A ver, os estáis viendo ahora la pantalla de lo que estaba haciendo. Voy a cerrar y voy a volver a abrir el proyecto. Save project as text A Audacity project. So what you're seeing here is the Audacity project. So um, it's not the edited audio file. It's the, say, temporary editable version of the file inside the project. This is like a Trados STL, XL, IFF file format. It's just a project file. It's not the audio file yet. So let me just try and close the project, and I will show you what I did. And I hope you can hear me. I'm in a Starbucks, so there might be some background noise. Give me just 1 second, and I'll let this finish, and then I'll show you the steps. Now, the thing is, I'm right now trying to work on writing a grant proposal, and it's taking up much more time than I expected, as it always happens. And I wanted to ask you if you have the time or the las ganas of trying to work on the audios. It's a pain in the arse, now we can say it privately, but it's nice if you like computers, and it's just kind of pretty mechanical. So I'd really appreciate it if you could kind of lend a hand and see if we can work on this. Maybe one of you could do text A and the other one could do text B. Maybe Jason could do text A and Lucia text B. If you can, and if you cannot, that's fine, I understand. But I'm just kind of trying to divide a little bit the tasks, so the project doesn't kind of delay too much. My goal would be to try and have everything ready for the Institutito, because that would be a perfect setting for us to do maybe 20 interpretations. And anyway, let me just shut up and close this and start all over. Okay, so this is the Audacity interface. As always, go to File. Instead of New, you go to Open, and you can go to. I was doing take 4 in text A. Let's start with text B. We've got. Oh, I'm not sure why this is happening, but let's just take the text B take 2. So some of the work that we get done now in these kind of demo is already something. Okay, first step. If you listen to it, and now it's going to be impossible, but if you listen to it, as you can see, the waves are really small. And I found out that if we select the whole thing and then say, okay, one thing that I wanted to explain to you, because I've spent like half an hour trying to understand what was going on. If you have the play button like this, or the pause button like this, like pressed, nothing will be operative. So you'll have to undo these buttons, and then you can do things. So let me select again, and I will amplify. 10 is a lot. If you do 440, that should be fine. You can do the preview button, and this will give you a bit of a preview before actually doing the edit. Alrighty. So you won't probably have to do this, because the file you'll have in our drive is already has these amplifications that I'm showing to you now. Okay, so that's one thing, amplification of sound. Another thing, if you here at the beginning you see this is all, as they call it, noise.
Text B, take 2.
It would be nice to try and get rid of this noise. Now, because we have to introduce silences between one intervention and the next intervention, we shouldn't have much of a problem with this. But for example, at the beginning, I think it would be great if we could cancel that noise. And to do that, you need to select, and then you go to generate, and then you go to silence. And now let me show you. In this interface, in this part of the interface, you've got selection start, so the beginning of the selection, and you can have here either the end of the selection or the length. It's better if you have it on the length, because then you know how long it takes. Now, by default, if you select something, it will introduce as much silence, as long as silence as your selection. So if you look now at the waves, you will see that they're going to be completely flat. Alrighty.
Y Vázquez escribe con B chica. A, E.
Text B, take 2.
Okay. Now, this is text B, take 2. This is what Jason says, and this is a bit of of noise, but that's okay. And now,
State your full name and spell
State
it for
your
the record, please.
state your full
State
name
your full name
and spell it for the record, please. Y ahí termina su intervención. Como veis, donde empiezan las ondas y terminan es donde hay una intervención. Cuidado, porque hay momentos en que una misma persona dice una frase completa y en esa frase hay mini pausas donde las líneas son casi planas, y eso hay que mirarlo bien. No todos los casi silencios son cambio de intervención, así que hay que escuchar un poco todo. Bien, entonces,
State your full
name and spell it for the record, please. Bien, aquí habría que meter una pausa, un silencio. Entonces yo lo que hago es medir la intervención de Jason, en este caso de Jason, que son 2 segundos 638, y podemos, por ejemplo, poner después un silencio de 3,5. Para hacer eso, vamos aquí. Se puede hacer un zoom in para que se vea todo más claro, ¿eh?
Spell it for the record,
Spell it
please.
for the record, please.
Spell it for the record, please.
Muy bien. Y aquí termina. Podemos meter aquí. Vamos a meter un silencio. Aquí vamos a hacer dos cosas. Una, quitar el ruido, y dos, poner la longitud de silencio necesaria para que los intérpretes puedan interpretar. Entonces silencio, y vamos a poner 3 segundos. Hang on. And 3 segundos y 500 milisegundos. Vale, y ahora si miráis aquí, vais a ver. Entonces ahora Jason aquí dice
Spell it for the record, please.
Spell it for the record, please. Diga su nombre y deletréelo para que conste en acta.
Artemio Arteaga Vázquez. Y Arteaga se escribe A-R-T-E-A-G-A, y Vázquez se escribe con B chica. A-S-Q-U-E-Z.
Thank you.
Aquí termina Luis una intervención suya donde deletrea su nombre, y vamos a ver todo este segmento, a ver cuánto
Me
dura.
llamo Artemio Arteaga Vázquez. Y Arteaga se escribe A-R-T-E-A-G-A y Vázquez
Vázquez se escribe con B chica.
A-S-Q-U-E-Z.
A-S-Q-U-E-Z.
Thank you.
Aquí termina. Vale, entonces vamos a medir desde aquí hasta aquí. Son 16 segundos. Pues yo pondría después una pausa de, no sé, 19. Ahora, effect, generate, silence, 19 seconds, 19, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. As you can see, the formatting of the time is this. I'm not sure what a sample is. If you know, please let me know. And these, you can change that. Vale. Muy bien. Pues así es como se hace la introducción de silencios. Yo, como veis, estoy haciendo un poquito a ojo el tema de la longitud de los silencios. Normalmente hago el 100% del audio original, del source text, y un poquito más para asegurarnos de que tengan tiempo. Bien. Okay, I was trying to see if there was a way for me to label the segments in the audio so we can go straight to the segments, and it seems that it is indeed possible. I highlighted this. Let me show you how I did it. Here Luis starts saying,
Me llamo
Artemio
Arteaga Vázquez.
Artemio Ortega Vázquez. Y Arteaga se escribe A-R-T-E-A-G-A
y Vázquez
se escribe con B chica. A-S-Q-U-E-Z. Bien. Pues vamos a seleccionar desde aquí hasta aquí. Y esto sería, vamos a Tracks, vamos a Add Label, Add Selection, y le ponemos Segment 2. Y así, bueno, primero habría que hacer lo de los silencios y después habría que hacer lo de los segmentos, lo de los labeling. Esto lo haríamos para que los raters pueden ir directamente al segmento en cuestión. Todavía no sé si esta es la mejor manera de hacerlo o si quizás sería mejor ponerlo en tracks diferentes. Y eso lo tengo que pensar. Si queréis, lo que vamos a hacer de momento es solamente introducir los silencios y después, en todo caso, ya podemos ir cortando en tracks diferentes. Esto no lo he decidido todavía, también me gustaría un poco que me ayudarais a ver cómo lo podemos hacer. Lo que estoy intentando pensar es, y creo que ya lo hemos hablado, es cómo hacerlo para que cuando los intérpretes graben su audio, nosotros podamos ya tener sus interpretaciones más o menos organizadas para que los raters puedan ir directamente a un segmento que sea conflictivo. No sé si es posible en este momento, pero habría que investigarlo. En todo caso, lo que sí que es más urgente es hacer lo de los silencios. Si queréis, hacer eso y ya intentaremos buscar una solución. Si se os ocurre algo, también proponerlo. Y yo creo que en principio eso era todo. Lo urgente es hacer el audio y lo que podamos hacer después ya lo haremos. Voy a poner un pause a ver si tengo alguna idea más y si no, ya os lo envío. Vale. Okay, I think I found a way to do what we want to do. Maybe not now, because we are now kind of busy with editing the audio, and when we send the audios out, what we're gonna get is a bunch of audios without any tracks or anything. It will be all in one audio file. What I know we can do with Audacity, or what do you call this program? Well, whatever, Audacity, is we can put all the tracks together. You see here track 1, track 2. We can put all the tracks that we get from interpreters, and then we can say, okay, here starts track 1, here starts track 2, here starts track 3, and this way we would, I guess, be able to split the different tracks. Now let's not focus on this now. We will do that once we have the recordings from interpreters. So let me just undo everything that I had done, and I think that's it for now. Let me know if you have any questions. And I also wanted to mention to you that I think we'll have to modify the experiment a little bit. I've been reading about that mere exposure effect, and it says that it's the repetition. So it's the fact that once you are repetitively exposed to a stimulus, it's then that you are more prone to like or dislike something, syntactic structure, a lexical choice, or a color, a product. It's only after repeated exposure, they say. I think it would probably make sense to have interpreters do text A twice, and hang on. Yes, interpreters in the treatment group do text A twice. That way they would be exposed twice to that text, and then we would be following a little bit what the literature says really happens. So that's one thing. Another thing is that last year when I submitted the grant, they denied it because they said that Blackboard was not, well, they denied for several reasons, and one of them was that Blackboard is not, they said, safe or secure, and I'm not sure that's true, but it is true that to measure we were trying to measure Lucia, what they call cognitive inhibition, and for that there's some psychological tests that they do, and they measure if you are able to inhibit certain stimuli and how long it takes you to reply to certain questions. So it's all based on measuring times, and in Blackboard, because of the bandwidth and the delay in getting the signal, that might distort all the numbers and stuff. I'm not sure this is going to be the case with our recordings, but I'm looking at different options and see if we can work with this, or just maybe focus on face-to-face for now, or we'll see. But I'm trying to cover all the different elements of the experiment, and it's not easy. And now taking care of this audio editing part of the project is impossible for me, and if we don't do it now, we won't have the pilot in place before the Institutito. So I'd love to see you guys work on this if you can. I know it's holidays, I know it's not the best dates, so if you cannot do it, I understand. I just had to ask. So I will upload right now the 2 documents that I edited. Feel free to edit as much as you can. I would suggest, though, that you work on a copy of the document. Well, in any case, we're gonna have the copy. I'll save this as text B take 2, say test 1, and you can edit this version, and then you can upload your edits as test 2 or test 3, and I mean, this way we will have all the versions that we've done. Now, before finishing, we need to go to File, Export Audio, not WAV, MP3, and let me go to grants, good interpreting, memory project, editing audio, no, it's in texts, and so I will save this as text, test, sorry, test 1, inside text will be nothing. Okay, or then it's the file line to create MP3s. I don't know what that is. It seems we need to download. Hang on. Yes, I'm in Fort Lauderdale. Okay, now let me do this again. Lame is, I think it's a group of plugins or some kind of a key to allow the program to do certain things. Left click this, do not right click, directly underneath, click and save the file anywhere. Double click to launch it, follow the setup instructions, run, yes, whatever. Lame for Audacity. Let me copy this path in case we need to look for it later. Finish, and then this should be, oh shoot, in my case it was here. This is what will allow us to save the file as an MP3, so you'll probably have to do that at home as well. And you'll have to remember where what the path was. You can do what I did, and that's in your Windows Explorer. Look for the path on the top part of the window, and then you can copy it under file name, and that should prompt the machine to go straight to that part of to that path. Sorry, today is not my day. English speaking wise. Okay, so I think that's it for now. I will upload these documents and keep me posted, please. Adios. And have a great holiday. Eat as much as you can, drink as much as you can, and have lots of fun. We are having some fun here in Fort Lauderdale, going back to Louisville in 2 days. And yeah, bueno, pues nos vemos. Un beso. Adiós.